How's it going, guys, and welcome back to another episode. In this episode, I'm showing you what I pack for a camp trip. And if you haven't noticed, we're taking off in the quads for this camp trip. So this is just what I take. I want to give you a rundown. And Ant-Man, he's coming back up. So I'll be doing a camp trip with Ant-Man. He gets in a couple of days. So I'll show you what he takes as well. But for now, I'm going to show you what I'm going to pack and take on this camp trip, and yeah, I'm keen. Oh yeah, I got him. Oh, nice. G'day guys, welcome back. So if you haven't noticed, I do love doing my quad trips. Doing another one now and I'm pretty keen for it. If you haven't seen our last few, I'll leave them up top for you to take a look at. Yeah, I do quite a few quad trips, but I like the big ones. I like, you know, going out for a few nights or whatnot, couple of nights. So this one, I think we're going to go out for about maybe 4 nights. Gonna just go off the flow, see what happens. But yeah, so we'll start off. First up, water. This is my main thing on my list every time. So realistically, you could go out camping if you wanted to with nothing. You know, won't be the most comfortable, but it can be done. But there's only one thing you really start looking for, especially on a day like today up top here, in the top end, is a drink of water. I know I do anyway, so water's always my priority. Another thing is I don't like you don't put all your eggs into one basket. I do the same with water. I don't like putting them in one basket, in one container I should say. So I've got a few containers of water. Main one would be drinking water. I've got water on the quad, another water for washing water and stuff like that. Got a water for Dodge. Old Ant-Man, he's fully set up as well, so he's got water on board as well. So, well, I'd rather be tipping it out around a tree at the end of a trip than to be out there looking for it. So that's water. What I do is I break my camp down. So like if you were at a house, you'd go, you know, okay, so you got your bedroom, so you get all your bedroom stuff, what you use. You got your kitchen, so you look at what you use every day in the kitchen. Then say like your living room, eating room, dining room, whatever you want to call it, a bit like the kitchen. And then you like your bathroom. So I go through the main things, and then that's how I figure it out. Doing it for so long, one would think that I'd have it down pat, but I do have things down pat, but I think it's, what's that word, complacent, because I have been doing it for so long. There's a good chance that if someone's going to forget something, it could be me, because I'm just so used to doing it, you know, if that makes sense. But yeah, I do have it pretty down pat. I take my time and I think about it. It's only them last minute quad trips that or last minute ones that you rush. But anyway, so over here, obviously I got me so your fishing gear. I'm taking a cast net. Couple of rod holders there. If I don't want to take the quad down, I'll pull the stump up down the beach. I can throw some rod holders in. Crab pots, got to have crab pots. We're out for crabs as well. You can hook in the NT, so we'll probably have a look at that as well while we're out there, but nothing better than setting a pot, set and forget, come back. Well, I have fixed them up. I had a bit of a bummer in the last quad trip I did. Oh yeah, we're back in action. Few zippy ties, bit of string. 20 minutes later and they're fixed and ready to rock and roll again. I got myself some new ones. I just like them. They're perfect for traveling. They're a good size, easy, don't take up much room. I've patched these ones up. I'm leaving my good ones at home. Anyway, chair, I probably wouldn't even take a chair on a trip like this, but I actually found this on the beach and it's just lived in the trailer ever since. So might want to pull up a stump down to the beach and have a coldie if we take some. If not, most likely this girl here in the back there will be spending more time on it. So over here down the bottom we'll start from. So I just got bucket, could be for water, collecting wood, you know, anything. Buckets just come in handy. Up top you've got some tarps. They're only little tarps, so I'm actually taking these tarps to cover up the fridge. I've got another spare tarp. Don't know what this weather's doing. We're going to rely a lot on cooking on the fire, so I've got a little tarp to cover the wood as well, and then sand pegs, camping down near the beach, so your normal pegs aren't going to cut it sometimes. So I do have some normal pegs there just in case of harder ground. Hammer makes life easier. I can use what I find out there, but it's there, it's with me. Could come in handy for other things too. Swag, got to have a swag. Got to be comfortable. So taking the crash pad swag, this is a hybrid swag. You would have seen it in a few other videos. So taking that bad boy. Best thing about that is everything is in it. Pillows, sleeping gear, the whole lot folds up in their mattress. So I unroll it, I set it up, I go to sleep when I need to. So yeah, everything's there. Fan. Now, we're in the top end. Honestly, I just love sleeping with a fan. It makes the world of difference. Yeah, you could rough it, go out there. I'm going out for a few nights, just want to be comfortable. So at the end of every camp trip, the first thing you'll complain about, if it's not comfortable, is I can't wait to get home to my bed. Well, that's why I try and make my beds as comfortable as possible whilst living this way. Over here, go back that way. So over here, all right, start from the bottom. I've got a dunny. Yes, my days of squatting are over. A dunny is so much easier. You set it, everyone can use it. Best thing is you dig in one hole, in it goes, make sure it's done properly, buried, gone. Toilet paper always goes into a bag, so I do the same whether I'm in the camper trailer because I run a composting to it. I always put it in a bag or a tin and I just burn it. I use that for fire lighter, put a bit of Kero on it if I got to, if not, just burn it. So there's no tickets out there. I don't have tarps. I don't really carry tarps, to be honest, so I've got everything I need. Like I have the little ones, and I wouldn't have them little ones if I didn't find them. But I'm just using the walls of the annex, the awning, sorry, off the ute. So I've just taken the walls. More so, I think we're going to have pretty good weather. It has really come nice, actually. I think we got a week of it that I know of, and the temperatures drop, so it's even not that hot. But taking these more so for shade. So I'm going to set them up, cover up, you know, I'll put it's like a tropical roof, put it over your swag, bit more comfortable, doesn't heat up through the day as much. So yeah, and I'll have one for obviously going over the swag. Possibly I'll run the other one to go over the trailer, and then Dodger's got somewhere to lay as well. Now, because they don't exactly have eyelets all the way around, as you know, I'm taking zippy ties. They might come in handy to help peg it down, tie it off with. Ropes, always have ropes with me. Bungee straps, these buggers come in handy. I'll take a few of them. This clip, the most randomest thing I know, but I've used that thing so many times for a lot of different things, so that just stays on the quad or wherever I need it. So, food. Not going to take a whole lot of it. Didn't take, well, I think I took a tin of braised steak and onion, or a couple of tins of braised steak and onion on our last trip. The reason why I do this, I'm not doing a challenge or anything. Well, I challenge myself, that's what it pretty much is. The less I take, the more I got to get out there and get my own. Something I've always done, something I like. I always have Tucker on board, definitely. Keeps me out longer, but majority of my food comes from that big seafood shop out in the ocean or wherever I am, wherever I can get Tucker. We've got a couple of, these are the freeze dry stuff, good bit of gear. I actually like them quite well. You only need water, boiling water. Worst comes to worst, I know we got something on board because I really don't want to have to run back, get some Tucker. So we got something there that we can, well, I can anyway. I don't know what Ant-Man's bringing, that's his problem. It's pretty much what we're taking to that. Over here, So I just got like nice forks, cutlery. I've got filleting knife and a bit of everyday knife. I might need that for the fish and that because I've got nothing else to chop up with it, but could be getting some big fish. So yeah, that's just that. Nice forks and spoons. Freezer bags. I'm hoping we might be able to get a bit of extra fish while we're out there, and I can bag some fish up and we'll be able to bring back home for us. Cooking oil, chopping board over here. So this is the kit. So in this kit there's like a pan, there's another little pot, and then there's the big pot, plus you get like a chopping board in there, and I've also packed a bowl in there, so I've got a bowl to eat out of, and a spoon and a spatula. So good little kit, handy little kit, especially for trips like this. Doesn't take up much room and it's all packed in one. Osprey trivet. So because we're going to rely a lot on cooking on the fire, I'm just taking a simple little trivet. Have a fire, put that over the fire, then you got a hot plate you're cooking stuff on. So that's just better than having to find rocks or anything out there. Packs down, stays on the quad, just makes life easier for me. So over here, you would have seen whenever it was, a couple of weeks back or whatnot, I did a cook up, might have only been a week back. I did a cook up using, get everything out, the small one of these. It's an Osprey. This one's the Camp Bry, so this is the larger one. Remember I was saying, because there's going to be the two of us, so I'm taking out the big one. I can just picture one of them Trevelyan sitting in there now, or queenfish or whatever, sitting over the coals cooking away. Hey, might even use it for sit it up top of the fire, because it does actually come with its own stand like the other one. So you can sit above the fire. We can have a couple of crabs in there, sitting above the coals, just slowly cooking away. So taking that bad boy as well. Like I said, we've been doing a lot of cooking on the fire this trip. Hopefully it goes all right. Hopefully it doesn't piss down rain, but like I do have the tarp there, so main job is when we get out there, we're gonna collect a bit of wood, have it stored there, have it ready. Just makes life a bit easier, you know. And I even was tossing up, do I take my little single gas cooker? I've got a little single gas cooker, but the only reason why I like taking that is because in the morning I need hot water on demand, because I need coffees. Especially if I've had a big night or just a long night out fishing or something. So that was the only reason why I was thinking about taking one, but I don't think I will. I'll get some nice small bits of wood, have it in a pile ready for me in the morning, that I just go light it up and put a pot on the trivet and boil some water up. So it's all about making you do it, do you know what I mean? You still gotta enjoy it. Like, you don't want it to be all jobs, but you want to enjoy it. And I love using stuff like this, you know. So with this kit, come with tongs. So I've got tongs in there. This is, like I was saying, just helps the legs not fold in on you when you put it on the stand. You will see more of this when we're out there. Alfoil, whether I wrap the fish up in it or whatever. Alfoil. Over here, this bad boy. So we're taking a fridge. Why? Because I want to. No, well, we're going out for the 4 nights. Like I said, I'd love to be able to bring some fish home to throw in my freezer, so I'm a little bit more stocked up as well. And if you're out there, you catch a big fish, well, we got to cook the whole thing. So if we have leftover after we're all full, all 3 of us, we have a choice. We can put it in the fridge, and then we got a bit of tucker for later on. No, I don't mind, nothing better than coming home after fishing, going back to camp after a good day's fish, and just being able to have a cold drink of water, or if there's beers in there, having a nice cold beer. So just comes in handy. And the biggest thing, the power pack, it'll run the fridge, but also if I didn't take stuff like this, you wouldn't be watching videos like this. So I need this to charge all my camera gear and like so on. Down here, also taking a EcoFlow solar panel. So this is just a solar panel, it just folds out, 160 watt. I had it on the last trip I went on as well. So that just keeps this power pack charged up, which keeps all my camera gear charged up and the fridge going for the cold beers and water and whatever else we may put in it. So yeah, that's pretty much it of the main sort of stuff. I'll take us over to the quad and I'll show you what I have on board on that. Sleeping Beauty. Poor bugger's had a big day by the looks. Hasn't done a whole lot. So, in the quad, actually, show you the back first, like I was saying. So, up here, little bait bag, I'll be taking that. So that just, when I go out fishing, I can throw the fish in, have a drink of water in there, stuff like that, handy. Underneath, I have another water bladder, so that one can be put on your back and everything like that, camelback. Then 2 spare water tanks that are always on the quad. So they'll be full as well, and that's about, I think that's just shy of 15 litres in there. Everything else is usually on here, like the umbrella, I set that up for the girl. Yes, you. Up front, in here, we just got a bit of fishing gear, a bit of tackle, nothing much in there. Over here, we got the tackle box. Obviously, I've got to put the rods on board and that. So, over in here, we got a light, just a little Cedar Summit waterproof bag so I can show me phone or anything in there like that. We have a little O lantern, so that'll be for our light around camp. Handy little things they are, compact as, and last a long time. Everything I have also will be charged off the Delta, like I was saying, the EcoFlow, so don't have to worry about anything like that. Everything I have is rechargeable for this trip. Over here we have a spare little solar panel, so if I am out on the quad, something goes flat, I do have a second battery on the actual quad as well, but to save power, sun's out, all it takes is fold that out, pop him over somewhere, hook the lead up, hook it straight into your phone, GoPro, anything like that. So I've got a little bit of a first aid kit in there. I've got matches and everything in it, all that sort of stuff. Sunscreen, tire puncture kit in there. But yeah, if you want to see a good rundown on the quad, I do have a video about it, so it gives you a bit more of a detailed what's on board of it. But yeah, this is for the trip. And also Zoleo. So other than water, probably the other biggest thing that I'd recommend, you know, for myself anyway, a bit of safety for anyone that does something like this. But Zoleo, it's like a personal beacon, but it's a 2-way communicator, so it runs off satellite. So best thing about this, where we're going is not too bad. You get bits and pieces of service, but you know if something goes wrong, no matter what, you're going to have service. So you just, if it's that bad, hit SOS, someone will be coming. Also, another thing I really like about it is you get the app for your phone, and that's how you communicate. You can message people and also send your tracking things. So as you're riding along, I can be sending someone waypoints, so they're going to know exactly where I've gone. But weather, I can check the weather on this bad boy, which is another good thing, because we're not out of the old wet season yet. It's, like I said, it should be good for the next week or so, but you never know up here. So I can check the weather, especially when I'm in a quad camp. Yeah, it just helps out. So that usually just sits up the front there. I have that on board. When I go for wanders, I can strap it to me, I can hang it off me. So it's just always with me, just a peace of mind. I'd rather be looking at something like it than looking forward if something goes wrong. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's what I'm taking on this trip. There is a bit of stuff there, but I'm going to be comfortable and I'm going to have a good time. Ant-Man's going to have a good time, and that's all that matters, isn't it? And one other thing, guys, there's quite a few things here that if you want to know more about it, what have I done? So I've done the crab pots, I've done the swag, I've done the EcoFlow Delta, the power pack. I've also haven't done that one, I have done this one here, the little camp cook kit. I've done reviews on them all, so if you want to have a look, go to the playlist, the review playlist, view it for me, sorry, playlist, and then them things will be on there. And I'll put more and more things up on there. So eventually I'll do reviews on like the Osprey, because I think that's a good little kit to have. Anyway guys, thanks again for watching. I do have a website if you want to purchase anything. Like, I've got fishing shirts, footy shorts, all that sort of stuff on the website. So if you want to help support the channel guys, yeah, jump on board and see if there's anything you like on the website. Then guys, thanks again, eh? I'll catch yous.